Hey, my name is Pav. I'm a London-based videographer and content creator, and today I want to do a breakdown of a Spec project I shot back in August. So it's a project I shot for CLIF BAR protein bar, and I shot it in Liverpool over a period of 2 days with a team of 4 people. The fun story is I never met those people in real life before, so I used to work with Joe for almost a year fully remotely, so I did met him via Zoom plenty of times. So I knew he's a cool dude and I liked the work that he did, but I never really met him before. And everyone who participated in the project were his friends. It was the first time that I didn't handle all camera work myself, so I wanted to get some experience directing, and Zhao wanted to do the camera work. So he was the one handling camera, Danny helped us with the light, and Wellington was our actor. So plan was to get out of London for a couple of days, connect with some creative and shoot something for portfolio, something for fun. So it was a very chilled project. Once again, there were no stakes as well as there were no budget. So my main expenses were tickets to Liverpool, accommodation and some food, as well as those protein bars, and they were paid for renting Lime scooters or Lime bikes. So most of the stuff was shot at Zhao's apartment. It has very large windows, so most of the project is shot with natural light. I used those little LED lights that I love just for a couple of close-up shots, and I shot inside the fridge. I think we used Zinper once, if I recall correctly, but otherwise all natural light. It doesn't mean we didn't have to diffuse it, so I brought a couple of shower curtains and we used some flags to block it just to get it the way we wanted to. But second day, all the shots outside were just shot with natural light. But we did get lucky, it was a bit overcast, so light was quite consistent through the day. So the most difficult part was in the beginning, like it usually is, while we were still getting the groove of things. It was quite difficult to synchronize acting with those sharp pans, but once we got that sorted, the rest was fairly smooth sailing. Most of it was shot handheld. We had a couple of tripod shots, but I didn't brought gimbal with me this time because I wanted to get away with just one backpack. I didn't want overpack, and I was already bringing a magic arm that was weighing quite a lot on top of the camera and lighting. Most of the shots at home were quite smooth and fast. One of my favorite shots is probably shots from inside the fridge, which once again worked out super fast. We literally set a camera on a little tripod. I had a little LED light lighting the fridge from inside, and it was shot with a 12mm Samyang lens. We shot everything inside in half a day. We didn't took that long. We had a nice food break in the middle, as well as early finish to scout location. Because it was my first time in Liverpool, I had no idea what the city looks like. This was actually quite a big complication for a shoot in general, because I haven't been to Zhao's place before, so I had to navigate by few pictures and videos of his apartment that he sent in advance. So I had some idea of what it looks like, but actually I had no idea of space. So we took some adjustments last moment, because the very first shot was meant to be shot of Wellington sleeping in a bed, and then he wakes up and rushes. But due to the nature of the apartment, we decided it's going to be much better to set him in a sofa, which I think worked out much better. We took the evening of the first day to walk around the city just to have a look where would be the best streets to shoot the biking scenes. And it was quite early start next morning, so we wanted to beat the crowds. It was Sunday, so I want to be able to shoot before streets will get busy. For that shot, I literally attached my camera with the magic arm to one of those scooters that you rent. I don't know if it's Boy or Lime one, and it gave absolutely terrible results. So it was very shaky, footage was pretty much unusable. I did give it a good try. We tried different setups. I was trying to support the camera with my hand. I was trying to find a smooth pavement, but it didn't work at all. So second attempt we did with a Lime bike. It was much better, much bigger tires, much softer tires. There was still plenty of shake, but within half an hour I managed to gather enough footage to make it work. You can still see it shaky. Ideally, you would use a gimbal or their specific setup with springs, which would be way too complicated for this type of shoot. But I think we managed to do it quite well with fast rhythm of cutting. It's not as obvious. As I mentioned, we got quite lucky with overcast, so we didn't have to shoot scenes in any particular orders. Shot of Wellington runs out of the apartment actually was shot closer to the end of the day. So only a real issue I had that day was rain. So while we've been filming bike scenes, it started raining, and I was a bit concerned that it will get very dark, and you'll be able to see that one moment he's at home, it's nice sunny weather, then he runs out and it's pouring rain. And because we had only a couple of hours to shoot it, I was meant to catch my train back to London from Liverpool. Obviously, if we wouldn't get everything we need to get there, it just wouldn't work. But rain wasn't as bad. You can probably see it on some shots that it's a little bit dripping, but it's nothing too much to ruin the mood, to ruin the whole feel of the video. The other big problem is we missed the focus for one of the final shots. It's not obvious, and because we didn't pack the screen, I didn't pack the screen, there was no way to catch it. Well, yeah, I don't think we had a chance to catch it. I was using my phone as a second screen, which is not much bigger than LED screen from the camera. It's not as obvious, but I've been going through the footage first time, I didn't even notice. And because it's no budget, nobody pays for it, there's no real stakes to it. I did quite a bit of a job on the sound design for this video. I'm quite proud of it. I sent it to my sound designer friend and he said that it's definitely on a level. Big struggling point was color. Very happy with how colors turned out, but I think it was 5th export that I was content with. It took ages to get skin tones right. They were so orange. My friend was laughing, like orange, Oompa Loompa style. I usually work with yellow tint on my screen just to make it easier on my eyes, so I'm quite used to yellow tint. Yeah, anyways, it doesn't really matter. Very happy with how it turned out. The idea was just to connect with people, shoot something creative, take a break from London, see the new area, and I think it was a great success. I feel like I made some very good connections with people, some good memories, and the project turned out quite well. So now if I feel like going to Liverpool, I'm gonna have some friends to hang out with and potentially shoot more stuff. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.